Hello, good evening, everybody. This is your host, Kaleb, host of the Kaleb Sports. We're live right here in Leesburg, Virginia. Happy spring, everybody. Spring is official here. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get you guys to the very latest of the Deshaun Watson probe, everybody. I'll get you guys the very latest of the Tiger Woods for sure. Even though he's recovering from home, by the way, and he's doing well on that. Get you guys the very latest on that. I'll tell you guys about the fact that fans will not be able to attend, or they're going to be banned from the Olympics, which happens in 4 months, by the way. I'll talk with you guys about the fact that a Ohio State player got death threats, and I'll tell you who that is exactly from fans. The Saints, they have lost a 6th-round pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, and they got fined $100K for numerous code violations after a appeals process got finished. By the way, I'll talk with you guys also about the fact of the bare knuckle fighting championship 16 results. Get you guys to that. Magic defeating the Nets 121-2. About the fact that Blazers defeated the Mavs 121-113. Blazers defeated the Mavs 125-119. Jazz defeated the Raptors 115-112. So that's all there's for that. And Chris Carson resigning with the Seahawks, by the way. So that's all there is for that, everybody, on that note. So that's all there is you need to know on that, everybody, on this. First things first, everybody. I'm gonna start things off with the very latest on the Deshaun Watson probe. So an attorney spoke yesterday, and he said that 22 women that have come forward against the accusations against Deshaun Watson. And Deshaun Watson says that he insisted the reason why he contacted the female masseuses, the female massage therapists, on Instagram was because his usual masseuse couldn't work on him due to COVID issues last year. He also says that Watson was adamant and sexually assault any of the women making these accusations against him. Watson disputes these accusations made by Tony Busby, who's the Houston attorney of the 22 women that were suing Deshaun Watson of sexual abuse or sexual misconduct, civil and sexual assault, by the way. Also says right here that Tony Busby was the attorney for the 22 women who felt violated by Watson. Watson contacted them on Instagram, considering Watson is a pro QB who should have had tons of resources at disposal, finding established therapists. Now, Watson didn't find these women out of the blue. He reached out to friends, teammates, and associates for recommendations. Also says that Watson put the emphasis on the privacy and spelling out areas he wanted the massage, making sure the masseuse was comfy and things stayed professional. Watson had the means to pay these women if he wants to, but won't give them a cent because he's adamant he didn't do anything wrong. Now, some of these women are black, 2 Hispanic, and 3 are Caucasian. Now, I can say this, that these 22 women didn't necessarily file police reports. They have not pressed charges yet. Now the Houston police, however, they are looking into these allegations against Deshaun Watson, and it also says right here that I'm gonna read you the statement of what the Houston police did say. Houston police did say here, though, and it states right here that they were completely unaware of these. They are very unaware of these incidents involving Deshaun Watson. And it's also, it says right here that the Houston police was unaware of the contact between the Houston police and Tony Busby regarding the allegations contained in a recently filed lawsuits against Deshaun Watson. No incident reports regarding these allegations have been filed in our jurisdiction. So the Houston's not aware of these. We're not aware of these incidents regarding Deshaun Watson. And also says that basically that Deshaun Watson wasn't necessarily wasn't being honest. I can tell you that. and they were not now Houston now. Tony Busby did in fact send it away and to the Houston police, and clearly states that Houston police was not the Houston police was not unaware of these incidents or these allegations of Deshaun Watson, but the Houston police are looking into these allegations against Deshaun Watson and these lawsuits against Deshaun Watson for sure. That at least 22 women have sued against Deshaun Watson. Now they're looking to the 22. Now the Houston police, they're looking to the 22 lawsuits that were filed against Deshaun Watson, which they are, by the way. And there could be a possible arrest warrant that could be looming out for Deshaun Watson, as we know for sure. I can tell you this, that Deshaun Watson's NFL career is going to be in dire jeopardy, and he could face a lifetime NFL ban for the rest of his life. And even though he wants out of Texas, this is one of the potential reasons why he wants out of Texas anyway. I think it's safe to say that every person held accountable for their own actions. And honestly, I think it's safe to say that basically less innocent to prove guilty. But I think it's safe to say that the cancel culture, or to say the cancel Deshaun Watson is one thing, but I think in this case Deshaun Watson is going to have hell to pay. And needless to say that Deshaun Watson may never play in the NFL ever again. Now this all stems from these allegations or these lawsuits of sexual misconduct, abuse, civil and sexual assault, and Deshaun Watson in this case is gonna be done for. I'll tell you that. Now he's looking forward to clear his name. He's also looking forward to he's denying this. So he is denying this whole thing, and assuming these incidents didn't ensue. But I can tell you that Deshaun Watson, now this is under the NFL's personal conduct policy, and Deshaun Watson may have violated the NFL's personal conduct policy. This is a direct violation of that. And if the fact that the NFL finds Deshaun Watson violating the NFL's personal conduct policy for sure, he could be placed in the commissioner's exempt list. They could have him on leave, or Deshaun Watson could face a lifetime NFL ban. Now he could be released in the Texas. I can tell you that. No put on leave, fine suspension. That's fine. But I think it's safe to say that Deshaun Watson is going to be facing a lifetime NFL ban, and that could happen within the coming days and the coming weeks. And now they say that there's 22 lawsuits, and there's 22 women that have filed lawsuits against Deshaun Watson, some of these abuse, sexual, misconduct, harassment, abuse. And the fourth lawsuit said that Deshaun Watson tried to smooch a woman without the woman's consent. And I can tell you this, that Deshaun Watson basically is going to have hell to pay, though. And note to self that Deshaun Watson is going to have repercussions to hate him. He's going to face the music. Like it or not, Deshaun Watson is going to face the music one way or the other. And I think it's safe to say that Deshaun Watson's NFL career is going to be in dire jeopardy. This is going to literally wreck his career. And guys, you can say whatever you want, but I think at the end of the day, we need to realize that we're all held accountable for our own actions. And honestly, I think it's just safe to say that Deshaun Watson may never play in the NFL ever again. This could literally tarnish his career. And he did issue an apology to one of the women. He did issue an apology to one of the women, by the way. He didn't apologize to, I think, one of the women in particular. But I think it's safe to say that Deshaun Watson is going to issue an apology to all the women that he did these things to. And I think it's just safe to say that Deshaun Watson has made himself, perhaps one of the biggest pieces of trash in NFL history. I mean, yes, people used to like him and all that, but I think but these allegations are coming out. He has to be considered one of the biggest pieces of trash in NFL history right now, considering these allegations that are against him, though. He's trying to clear his name, but this is going to literally destroy his reputation, his career, his livelihood, his everything. Texas fans are looking at this and they're going, we're not going to have Deshaun Watson's franchise QB anymore. Same with these allegations. Deshaun Watson needs to be let go from the Texans, needs to be released. And Deshaun Watson has not been charged nor arrested from these cases, I can tell you that. And these 22 women did not file any police reports, nor filed press charges against Deshaun Watson. Now these are civil cases; these aren't criminal cases. Deshaun Watson was not arrested, nor charged, nor convicted of these cases. I can tell you that, nor jailed. So basically, if the Houston police decides to have an issue an arrest warrant on Deshaun Watson, some of these 22 cases that were filed against him, by the way, Deshaun Watson would have to turn himself in. He could face disciplinary action from the NFL. And this is getting him banned from the NFL for life. I can tell you that right now, folks. And I think it's safe to say that Deshaun Watson he's gonna face a lot of repercussions ahead of him. And I think it's safe to say that Deshaun Watson is gonna he may no longer play in the NFL anymore ever again. Maybe the Tyrod Taylor's there. And so basically Deshaun Watson's gonna be done for. And Tony Busby spoke to 22 of these women that sued Deshaun Watson of these heinous acts of misconduct, civil and sexual assault, by the way, if you will. And I think it's safe to say that Deshaun Watson's career is going to be in dire jeopardy. And like it or not, guys, these allegations these losses are going to wreck his career. And he may no longer play in the NFL. Now, even though he wants on the Texans, we know for a fact that he wasn't aware of these allegations against him. And to be honest, you think Deshaun was telling the truth, though, or is he just lying to himself, assuming that these didn't happen at all? And I think that these women are telling the truth, and I think that these women are trying to get justice against Deshaun Watson. But I think it's safe to say that these women right now, these 22 women that were accusing him of misconduct, harassment, and sexual assault and misconduct, they're going to take legal action against him, which they can. If these 22 women decide to press charges or speak to police or file a police report against Deshaun Watson, they can consider doing so on that note. But if they decide to tell Tony Busby that they want to file a police report and press charges against him, that's fine. But if they decide to bring him to court, they can consider doing so. And honestly, I think it's safe to say that Deshaun Watson's no longer going to play in the NFL ever again. And if they start doing so, there could be a possible arrest warrant that could be looming up for Deshaun Watson, same for these 22 cases that are against, or losses that are against Deshaun Watson, by the way. So that's all there is you need to know on that, everybody, on that note. So nothing more to it on that. And there could be more losses awaiting for Deshaun Watson, I can tell you that much. So there is trouble looming for Deshaun Watson. He could be close to being exiled from the NFL, and that's all there is you need to know. And that could come into play by today, tomorrow, next week, everybody, next month. So those come into play by. So now, as associates have said that this has been going on for months now, and I think it's just to say that the Texans are going to release Deshaun Watson. Now, what these lawsuits say that Deshaun Watson is going to be let go. So whatever the other lawsuits say, the 22 lawsuits say that Deshaun Watson, he needs to be let go from the Texans. I think this would be a good time for the Texans to let go of Deshaun Watson and for the NFL to ban Deshaun Watson for the rest of his life. And since these lawsuits are really getting in the way of his career, I think even though he wants out, and this is probably one of the many reasons why he wants out in the first place, but I can tell you this, his career is in dire jeopardy. He may not play in the NFL anymore. So basically the Texans, the NFL, they're looking into this as well. And these police, they're also looking to it. So they didn't comment on this, but they weren't aware of these allegations that were made against Deshaun Watson. But I can tell you, though, that Deshaun Watson could be he could face time behind bars. Now, he has not been arrested or charged in these cases. If these women decide to press charges against him, or if the Houston police has an arrest warrant ahead of him, he could face time behind bars from that, and that's all there is you need to know on that. So those come into play within the coming weeks and the coming days. So that's all there is you need to know on that, buddy. Also, I want to get you guys the very latest Tiger Woods, stemming from the car crash that he was in last month. So the law enforcement says that Tiger Woods didn't hit the brakes off the road, and there was no evidence he took his foot off the gas. Tiger didn't do anything to prevent the crash once he lost control of his SUV. Now that's the time that he broke both his legs. He got injured in both his legs. He was hospitalized that he hurt both his legs, and he had a huge gash on his chin. And basically, he is at hovering, and he may be coming back. I don't know when that it's going to be. So it could be on the shelf for months, weeks, ages, centuries, decades or so, I guess. And he may have to retire, by the way. So that's all there is you to on that, everybody, on that note. So that's all you need to know. Also, some other news here. Ohio State's the former cops after EJ Liddell got death threats from after EJ Liddell in the Ohio State lost to Oral Roberts, by the way. Now Liddell posted screenshots of messages he got from two disgruntled fans. One of them says that one fan threatened to find and attack him. Liddell says, "What did I do to deserve this?" I'm human. Then another fan says, "You are a disgrace. Don't show your face in Ohio State. We hate you, and we hope you die. I really do. Hope you do." I mean, clearly this is absolutely unacceptable. I can tell you that right now. This is absolutely unacceptable. And Ohio State does not condemn any sort of death threats at all. I will tell you that. And there's going to be an arrest warrant out for these fans, whoever they are. The identities were not unveiled. So hopefully cops, they will look into this and they'll find arrest warrants and whoever they were. So that's all there was you need to know on everybody on that note. So number 2 right there, everybody on that note. So because they had them, tell you that. Also, the Saints have lost a 6th-round pick in the 2022 draft, and they got fined $700K after the appeals process was completed, by the way. Now, this results from numerous COVID violations, by the way. I can tell you that. They did get fined. They violated the COVID protocols when they got the Week 9 win against the Tampa Bay Bucks, by the way. So that right there, says it all right there. Also got fined for also Sean got fined for not wearing a mask and invited somebody after the locker room celebration. So really they didn't have a mask on there. So hopefully they live to expectations. Raiders, they didn't lose a pick. They got fined, by the way. So not looking good there for them. So hopefully they get their acts together and they try to at least, get something figured out. That's what they need to do. So the Saints have lost a 6th-round pick in the 2022 NFL draft, and they got fined $700K. So let's do that. Now, all right. So someone tells me that the Deshaun Watson situation has racial undertone. Monitor the Houston Texans. So I can tell you this, that Deshaun Watson could have facing lifetime NFL ban rest of his life. And honestly, I think it's safe to say that Deshaun Watson is going to have to face some consequences ahead of him. And unfortunately, I'll get the first person to tell you that Deshaun Watson is going to be released very, very soon.
I'm Jason Tatum. Check out my Subway sub with delicious turkey and crispy bacon. It'll help you get shots from anywhere, unlike those others. My sub has steak. Wait, what did you say? Steak. Choose better, be better. And now say when you order in the app. Subway, eat fresh.
And I think it's safe to say that Deshaun Watson is going to get what's coming to him. I can tell you that much. So, and there could be more lawsuits coming in within the coming days. I can tell you that. So I think that Deshaun Watson is going to be in peril. And make no mistake about that these 22 women can take legal action against Deshaun Watson, like it or not. And that could ensue within the coming days and the coming weeks. And now these 22 women have not filed police reports and they have not pressed charges. And now if they consider doing so, that's fine. If they change their minds to do so and send to notify the police, Houston police about this, about the Deshaun Watson scandal, or the Deshaun Watson probe, if you will, of these allegations that were made against Deshaun Watson that went public, though, this past week, I can tell you that Deshaun Watson could be facing time behind bars or could have an arrest, or maybe can have an arrest warrant ahead of him. Could be fined. Maybe not get bail, I can tell you that. So that's all there is for that, everybody, on that note. And that could happen in the coming weeks and the coming days. So Deshaun Watson's NFL career is in dire jeopardy. Some of these allegations that are made against him of conduct, abuse, civil and sexual assault. So that's all there is to know on that, everybody. And that can come, and those can come into play when they come in. And if he gets the NFL ban, that's it. He could face this disciplinary action. He could be fined and suspended. But the most important thing that for the NFL could do is just ban him for life. That's all they could do. Texas can release him. The NFL could ban him for life. That's what they could do. And they could be exiled from the NFL. These are things that get him exiled from the NFL. So that's all for that, everybody. And not looking good there. I can tell you that. Not looking good there. Also, some other news I want to get into, by the way. The fans going to be banned from Tokyo Olympics after when they start in 4 months. So I'm good there. I'll tell you that. So also, I want to get back to the Ohio State thing where EJ Liddell was sharing screenshots and messages of fans saying death threats. Ohio State does not tolerate death threats. I'll tell you that. And hopefully, the Ohio State finds the individuals who sent these death threats to EJ Liddell, and hopefully they arrest them. That's all there is for that. So that is all there is you need to know. That's all there is you need to know. Also, some other news I want to also get into, by the way, that Chris Carson has resigned with the Seahawks on a 3-year, $24.625 million offer, voiding 2 years at $10.4 million. The first year of the offer includes $5.5 million guaranteed, with the opportunity to earn $6.9 million in incentives. So it says that's all there's you need to know on that. Also, some other news here. I also want to get you guys into the bare knuckle fighting 16 results. Elvin Brito defeats Brad Kaleb by unanimous decision. Zion Tomlinson defeats Tyler Hill by strikes. Ryan Jones defeats Eric Thompson by broken hand. David Diaz defeats Spencer Ruggeri by majority decision. Jason Fish. David Diaz defeats Spencer Ruggeri by majority decision. Jason Fish defeats Adrian Miles by strikes. Shaughnessy defeats Melvin Guilland by strikes. Kaleb Harris defeats Noah Cutter by Dr. Stoppage. Arnold Adams defeats Bobo O'Bannon by strikes. Reggie Barrett Jr. defeats DeMarcus Corley by corner stoppage. And Leonard Garcia defeats Joe Elmore by unanimous decision. So those are the bare knuckle fighting championship 16 results, everybody. And that's all there's need to know about that, everybody. So also, some other news I want to get into. Blazers defeated the Mavs 125-119, where Dame Dollar, Dames and Dimes, Dame Time, Damian Lillard scored 31 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. CJ McCollum scored 32 points, 4 rebounds and assists. Melo scored downs. Ennis Kanter scored 14 points, 9 rebounds. Luka Doncic scored 38 points, 9 rebounds and assists, 1 steal. Tim Hardaway Jr. scored 25 points, 5 rebounds and assists. Maxi Kleber scored 16 points, 4 rebounds and assists, 1 block. Chris Porzingis scored 11 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks. Goodness there. So Blazers look pretty good, I'll tell you that. Also, some other news here that the Jazz defeated the Raptors 115-112, where Donovan Mitchell scored 31 points, 3 steals. Rudy Gobert scored 15 points, 16 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks. Mike Conley scored 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal and a block. Joe Ingles scored 19 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. Jordan Clarkson scored 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Bojan Bogdanovic scored 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Pascal Siakam scored 27 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal. Norman Powell scored 17 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, steal and a block. Fred VanVleet scored 17 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals. Kyle Lowry scored 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists. Chris Boucher scored 16 points, 2 rebounds, and blocks. OG and Nuno B scored 15 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and block, 4 steals. So it's for that. And so there's news on everybody. Also, the Magic defeated the Nets 121-113, where Aaron Gordon scored 38 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Evan Fournier scored 31 points, 3 assists. Nikola Vucevic scored 22 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Kyrie Irving scored 48 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. James Harden scored 19 points, 2 steals. Joe Harris scored 16 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. So Nets have lost the Magic, and that's not looking good there. Hopefully the Nets will come back, and that's all there's need to know, everybody, on that note. So then we're to it there, everybody, on that note. So that's all there's to you to know. So this is all right there. Also, some other news that I want to get to. Happy spring, everybody. So you know on that. Also, guys, another news that Eric Bishop is going to be the second inductee to go to the WWE, 2021 WWE Hall of Fame. Congrats to him on that, and that's all there is you need to know. So Eric Bischoff is the second inductee to go to the 2021 WWE Hall of Fame. Congrats to him on that. what procedure under that is from. All you need to know. And especially up there. All guys, I wish happy birthdays out to Kunimitsu of Taken 7, Lenny Creston from Art of Fighting 3, Eric of World Heroes 2, Spitz Langley, Spike Lee, Holly Hunter, Kathy Ireland, Michael Rappaport, Paula Garces, Christy Carlson Romano, Ruby Rose, Pat Riley, Bobby Orr, Danny Garcia, Bianca Lawson, Bianca Constantine the Scorpion, Russ Splash, Emma Willis, Jamal Crawford, Arabella Chi, Freema, Agiman, Aoki, DC, Sloan Stevens, Manny Fresh, Natalie Gamain, Vanessa Bell Calloway, and Fiona Wade. Some of your birthday wishes, your birthday shelter, your birthday Twitter, but that's all you got to do just for now. That's just it there. So that's all you need to know. So also guys, Quavo and Sowiti, they have called it quits on each other. That's all there's need to know on that. And not looking good there. Really not looking good there. That's all there's need to know on that, everybody. So yeah. Does say it all, and that's all there's need to know. So a little disappointing there, but it's nothing for the worst. That's that. So Quavo and Sowiti, they have now been separated from one another. That's all you need to know. That that's also you need to know, everybody. So that's all you need to know. So shit there. Also, guys, Fastlane is tomorrow night. Live exclusive on the WWE Network on Peacock TV, and that's all you need to know on that, everybody. So catch that, everybody. Edge is gonna be a special guest enforcer for the title match between Roman Reigns against Daniel Bryan, by the way, at Fastlane tomorrow. That's all this. And catch that live on the WWE Network, Peacock TV. That's all you need to know on that. That's all you know, but on that note, so nothing more to it. Please just like subscribe to the Khalil. That was what that's gonna do right there for the Khalil Sports Board. Please like subscribe to the Khalil Sports Board YouTube channel, Facebook page by any and all means necessary. Be sure you send me your comments, your tweets, your reactions, your thoughts, your responses on the latest on the Deshaun Watson probe, by the way. And your thoughts on what repercussions going to be waiting for Deshaun Watson. And let me know if you think that Deshaun Watson is going to be facing a lifetime NFL ban. Allegations that are against 22 women now. Let me know about that for sure. I would just want to assure everybody on that as well. Let me know what repercussions going to be waiting. He could be on facing disciplinary action, kicked out of the NFL for life, banned from the NFL for life. That can happen right there. That's all there's to you to know on that, everybody. Your thoughts on the law enforcement that Tiger Woods didn't use the brakes as he was careened off the road, by the way. Notice that he took its foot off the gas, by the way. Didn't do anything to prevent the accident. Once lost control of his SUV. He drove normally, by the way, but he may lost control of his SUV. So let me what your thoughts about that are. I'm just not sure. Tiger Woods is recovering from home, by the way, everybody. Thoughts about that. Where's Eric Bischoff going to the 2021 WWE Hall of Fame? What your thoughts about that? Everybody, let me know in the comment section down below and dress the smart of that. You know, it's insane losing a 6th-round draft pick for the 2022 draft and fine $700K after the appeals process was completed, by the way, for newest code violations. Let me know what the conversations about that are. I'll just want to share, buddy. Your thoughts on Ohio State calling cops after EJ Liddell got death threats after Ohio State lost to Oral Roberts? What are your thoughts about that? Everybody, let me know in the comment section. I'll just want to share, buddy. It's always news on that. What's up, fans being banned from the Tokyo Olympics, by the way, after that opens in 4 months? What are your thoughts about that? I'll just want to share, buddy. It's always news on that, everybody. Those are Chris Carson resigning with the Seahawks on a 3-year, $24.625 mil offer, waiting 2 years at $10.425 mil. Wait, that's about that, but let me know in the comment section. I'll just about sure, Brian. So there's detail on that. And it doesn't Blaze defeat the Mavs 121-19. Let me know in the comment section about that. I'll just about sure, Brian. So there's detail on that. Doesn't Magic defeat this 121-13. Let me know in the comment section about that. I'll just about sure, buddy. It was the bare knuckle fighting championship 16 results. Everybody, wait, talks about that. I'll just about sure, Brian. So there's detail on that. You think that ref did a terrible job, by the way. So that ref should be released. That's about that. Listen, Jess, fin the round is 115-112. Let me know in the comments about that. I'll just about sure, but so you know. So your brother wishes out to Kunimitsu of Tekken 7, Lenny Creston from Art of Fighting 3, Eric of World Heroes 2, Spike Lee, Holly Hunter, Kathy Ireland, Michael Rappaport, Paula Garces, Christie, Carson Romano, Ruby Rose, Pat Riley, Bobby Orr, Danny Garcia, Bianca Lawson. I think I can see the Scorpion, by the way. Russ Splash, Emma Willis, Jamal Crawford, DC Daniel Cormier, Sloan Stevens, Manny Fresh, Natalie Gamain, and Fiona Wade and Vanessa Buck Calloway. So your brother wish you best show between two best soldiers get to. Also, guys, this Hulkamania, Hulk Hogan, and Tyson Hill will be hosting WrestleMania 37 in their home turf, guys, in Tampa Bay. Yes, everybody. Hulk Hogan, the immortal Hulk Hogan, and Tyson Hill will be hosting WrestleMania 37 in their home turf, Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay, if you will, guys. So exciting news there. Tickets went on sale yesterday, and they'll probably go on sale today. So let me know about in the comment section about that. I'll address my shirt brand. That's all the news you need to know on that, everybody. So let's do it, everybody. Fastlane tomorrow night, live on the WWE Network, by the way, on Peacock TV. So don't miss your opportunity on that. That's all the news you need to know on that. So happy spring, everybody. Springtime is here. That's all the news you need to know on that, everybody. That's the message you have there. That's all you need to know. So that's all it's to everybody. I'll bet more breaking news, training times, live updates from this one to a lot more close. But also, guys, be sure to keep track of your brackets, everybody. So, yeah, you already saw Kansas advance, UConn's advance, Ohio State gets a loss. You saw Florida defeat, Virginia Tech. Illinois gets advances. And you got North Texas gets an upset, gives to Purdue. Villanova advances as well. Baylor moves on. Wisconsin defeats UNC. You had that one. So you already had Drake defeating Wichita State. Kansas advances, by the way. And that's all there is you need to know on that. So keep track of your brackets, everybody. I got mine filled out already. So that's all there is you need to know on that. So I got UVA walking on Final Four champs yet again, back to back. Your thoughts about that, everybody? You think they're gonna do it again? Let me know in the comments about that. I'll just my shirt, everybody. That's all there's news you need to know on that. And nothing more to everybody. So be sure to fill your brackets, everybody. If you've not yet done so, brackets are closing right now. And that's all there's you need to know on that, everybody. I'll bet my breaking news, 10 times live updates and storylines and a whole lot more of the clothes, sports, everything sports later. Everything there is you need to know. So I got to say, everybody. Take care, you guys. You guys have a good name. Please be safe out there. Fill your brackets. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Enjoy some March. And happy spring, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.